This is how we do it. I would just like to give a shout out to the creator of hair ties and hair clips for us big hair girls. I'm gonna give this e.l.f. Soft Glam color corrector another shot today because last time I used it, I used a matte foundation and it dried the heck out of my under eye. So today I'm gonna give this another shot, and I'm pulling out this Wet n Wild photo focus foundation that is a little bit too drying for my skin, even though the finish is absolutely beautiful. But I have been chomping to mix it with this True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum foundation. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to do a wear test. So that's the reason I'm making this video right now, is because I'm getting ready to go somewhere. And I thought, you know, what a grand opportunity to put that on and wear it and come home and see how it worked. Prepping my face with this liquid poreless putty primer from e.l.f., which is awesome. I need to let that sit there just for a second. It's good to let your primer sit. It's good to let the primer kind of adjust to your skin. It works best if you do that. In my opinion, that's how it seems to be more effective for my skin. In the meantime, I'm just going to put on a new little gloss here. I picked up some e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. This is the shade Opalogy Tour. I got it to tone down a lip color that was a little bit too deep. I wanted to see how that would work. So I'm just going to put this on my lips just by itself, because why not? It has a minty feel. I like the way it feels. It's a little shiny, not too shiny. I finally got some of this Maybelline Super Lock for my grumpy old men Walter Matthau brows, and I'm impressed. I actually trimmed my eyebrows. I cut them instead of plucking them, which is, hello, isn't that what we should be doing? I hate plucking my brows because I don't want any more hair to not grow back. I've already lost enough of it. So this works great. I'm gonna have to go along with what I have been hearing about this, because this so far is the best brow gel I've used. And sometimes I've used gels that they either don't last long enough, or some of them I'll find that they flake and they're a little bit itchy. Not a fan of that. Okay, I'm gonna go in now with this color corrector under my eyes and see what happens. Just plop that down in there. This has gotten such good reviews, and I'm like, oh, please. I have a very nice color correcting concealer on my Stila palette, but I wanted to see how well this works for the price point, which is only $5. And it feels like it's not quite as dry as it was last time, but my skin is better prepped and better moisturized, because when I tried it the other day, again, I used the wrong foundation, plus it was later in the day and I'd already had some makeup on. So I think that helps. It's not getting cakey or anything, not yet. We'll see. Doing an actual wear test today. Okay, I'm going to pick up this Wet n Wild Photo Finish foundation, and this is the color Soft Beige. Oh my gosh, that $5 or $6 foundation is absolutely marvelous. I'm telling you, I'm so excited because I feel like this Serum foundation here is redeemable now, because I like it, but it's so liquidy and so wet that it was like there were things about it that I really liked, but the consistency of it was a little slippery. So definitely not soaking directly into my pores, which that is what was happening yesterday or the day before when I was trying this. Ooh, oh girls, I like that. Okay, alrighty, I'm gonna just pick up some of my OFIR Press and Set powder, shade medium, with a little puff here. Just do a real quick set. This powder is very finely, it's so finely milled and it's so nice. And it actually also seems to have some color correcting properties. Gets rid of some of that sallowness around my mouth. L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer, you beautiful, beautiful thing, you. Shade 300 light medium. I broke it. Swipe that around. Warm things up a little bit. This formula is so beautiful. I love it so much. I'd like to stay longer and perfect it, but I can't because I gotta go. I'll see you in a bit. All right, I'm back, and I am overall very happy that this makeup did not settle. It didn't just soak right into my lines and my pores, and that is a very good thing. I've had it on now for 5 or 6 hours, and it looks good. What I did, though, when I got home was I did do a little contour, because I looked in and I have, you guys, I'll tell you a little secret. I have a rather larger than average schnoz, and it bothers me. So I like to contour it a little bit so it's not, it gives the appearance of being not quite so big. I do the best I can with it, but I did that off camera. The other thing I did was I did my brows. I used this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. It's really nice. It has a very fine tip on it, so it's easy to use, and it's a good shade for me too, I noticed. And it does have a spoolie on the end. I'm really super excited because I haven't really been able to do videos for a while because I ran out of contact lenses. And the last couple days I've done some videos because my contact lenses came in the mail, so I just went kind of crazy. I made one big video and then I cut it up into little splices. So there's a whole bunch of little videos out there that I'm still splicing up. But I really enjoy making videos, so here we are. I'm going to finish my face. Had to take my mom to the store. We go to Walmart together. That's our little thing we do. And I picked up another one of these e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liners. This is the shade Dark Cocoa. Now this is very dark. It's darker than what I normally would wear on my lips. However, I picked this up because I have a beautiful gloss. It's the Buxom gloss, but this is in the shade White Russian and it's too light. So what am I going to do to remedy that? Well, I'm going to use a darker lip liner, and I'm going to do that right now before I do anything else. I'm excited about getting more utilization out of this beautiful gloss. It also is it feels so good on the lips. It's got a little bit of a tingle to it. It's very refreshing, and it does not dry out my lips like so many lip products can do. I'm gonna sort of blend that a little bit. Oh, hello. Should have been using this all along. Works a lot better than my finger. Softening it a little bit, and now let's get this bad boy going. So got a little bit of a 90s look going there. Not that that's bad. I do like it better than by itself. I like the lip liner with it better than that shade by itself, but I can still blend it and make it look nicer, or not quite so stark. I really enjoy playing with makeup. Okay, I think I like that for now. Once I get the rest of my makeup on, I think it's gonna look really good, which I haven't even planned what makeup I'm gonna wear yet. So this is just one of those get ready with me. I'm gonna prep my eyes. I'm gonna use my Stila concealer here. I'm gonna use, let's see. I'm gonna just go in with this yellow concealer and use it for eye primer. Oftentimes I don't use eye primer for the sake of keeping the shadow on. Depends on the eyeshadow. I like to use a primer because it cancels out veins and discoloration and things like that. Just give my under eyes a little bit extra pop there, I think. I really enjoy this Stila palette. This is something that I've purchased. I used pretty much the entire palette before and had to repurchase it. And also because I'd had it for so long, I used all the powder. There was still some concealer left, but it had just gotten a little bit, I think it had expired. Okay, so that's definitely brightening, isn't it? I think I'm going to tone it down with some powder really quick. Okay. All right. I'm going to do my eye look today with my e.l.f. Nude Mood palette. This is such a good palette. So I'm not going to go for anything crazy, but I'm definitely going to have some fun. This is the e.l.f. Detail Crease Brush. I'm going to start with this shade here. These don't have names, but I'm just going to point to this shade right here, and I'm going to use this for the area right above my crease. So I don't think I've used this in that area of my eye before, so it'll be interesting to see how it looks. All right, before I go any further, I'm going to have to do a little confession. This eye here is drooping. It is because I got Botox, and I do not regret getting Botox at all. I like Botox. Botox makes me feel really happy. But this time I got a little of that eye droopy thing that can happen, and that's a bummer, but that just means I'm going to have to apply my makeup in a way that compensates. My eyes look like this one looks like it's about a quarter of the way shut. I'm going to have to be careful with my technique not to emphasize that, so I can try to get them a little more even. And I'm not a makeup artist, so that's going to be interesting. Typically what I do when I'm doing this is what I'm trying to do at this point is open my eye. So what I do is I will look straight at, like I'm looking in a mirror right now. I'm going to look straight ahead and start right above my eyelid, because if I open my eye, I have a better perspective of where it needs to start, and then I can go in a little bit closer to the crease. This is a technique that you can use if you've got a hooded eye as well. So I'm going to do the same on this side and try to keep I'm going to try to keep them as close as possible to looking the same as far as how open or closed they are. I'm being a little conservative to start because I'm not sure how this is going to look with this shade. Okay, so as you can see, if I'm really, look at the difference here. So my eyes being open while I did this, the product that I put down looks completely different than this one because of the difference in the eye. Isn't that crazy? Talking to you out there who are not makeup artists. You makeup artists are like, duh. I can't afford to be that confident in how I talk about makeup. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in here and fill that in a little bit. This is a Real Techniques medium shadow brush, and I am going to go in on my lid now, and I'm going to go in with this shade here. Okay, I like the combination of color. I do. This is an e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm going to go in here and just blend out that darker shade. It looks to me like it's just kind of, it just feels like it's seriously displaced. It doesn't look terrible, but it just doesn't look like I would like it to look. I feel like I'm going to have to maybe go in with a different brush and see if I can improve it a little bit. Okay, this is an Urban Decay dual end eyeshadow brush. This is a trusted friend when it comes to certain things. So I'm going to go in with this fluffy end, pick up a little bit more of that gray shade, and see if I can get better product placement without it looking like it's skipping a little. Just wasn't doing what I wanted it to. Though I really do like the color combination. So I'm going to take this, it's sort of a flat, dense eyeshadow brush to pick up a little bit more product and be so that it can be more concentrated and more precise where I put it. And I'm going to go here to my outer corner, pack some color in there. Alrighty, I'm going to take a clean fluffy end of this Urban Decay brush and I'm going to, again, buff and sort of blend. Oh my gosh. I'm not that good. So I'm just not that good. So things might look a little wrecked. Hopefully that encourages some of you out there who like to play with makeup, but are just trying to figure it out. This is me putting on makeup with no supervision. Try to brighten it up or make it a little less muddy. But this is an eyeshadow brush. It's flat and a little bit long. And I'm going to use this brush to go in under my eyebrow and maybe also a little further in here where some of this darkness came in a little bit too far because it actually is exceeding where my eyebrow stops, and that's not a good look in my opinion. So I'm going to use this shade here to start. I'm going to pick up my e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer, and I'm going to go up and clean up this edge here. I have this overwhelming desire to put shimmer on my lid right now. I think I'll start here. Let's try a little spray and pick that up. This might be just the thing I need to make me feel a little happier about this. I'm not putting it all over the entire lid because I don't want to impede this darker shade over here. This is a very subtle shimmer. It's not super electric. Sometimes it just takes the finger. Sometimes your finger is the best brush you have, especially when it comes to shimmer. Okay, so yes, definitely putting down more product there. Also having some issues with fallout, so that's okay. I'll clean it up if I need to. That actually got the job done. Right now I'm using an Urban Decay dual end with this more dense end brush to pat it around, move it around. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in on the other side with my finger. I am not really super impressed with the shimmers on this particular palette. I don't know what it's like on the other one, but this one's not impressing me as far as payout. Pretty though, just a lot of work. Okay, full disclosure, I had to clean up some fallout. It wasn't that bad, but it was enough to bug me, so I cleaned it up and then I reapplied my concealer. So now I'm going to go ahead and start with some eyeliner. I'm going to start with some Essence eye pencil. This is Hot Chocolate. I like this a lot. It's very creamy, doesn't tug, it goes on easily. I'm going to start with this eye here. I'm going to use a pencil to start, and then I'm going to go over it with some eyeshadow. This eye is probably going to have a little bit more under my eye because I want to open it up. And if you have a broader under eye eyeliner, somehow that just causes your eye to open up a little bit. So I'm hoping that that's going to at least take the edge off this droopy eye situation. Bare Essentials. This is the Full Edge Liner. I'm going to go in with this shade here. This is a Real Technique smudge brush. Smudger. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some mascara now. I'm going to pick up my Essence Lash Without Limits Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara for less than $5. Yesterday I used this for the first time, and I used the volumizing eye primer, and to be honest with you, without the primer it feels like it's going on with more volume. I can't explain that one, but okay. Bedellium Tools. I am so ready for some blush. This is the OFIR, 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 OFIR. I'm sorry, I got to figure out how to pronounce it. But this has an absolutely beautiful, finely milled bronzer, and I'm going to use this to. I'm going to use this to freshen my bronzer, and then I'm going to head in for some blush. But this is an e.l.f. powder brush. I'm just going to use it. I just feel like I feel like after all that, and of course I've had this makeup on now for hours, feel a little washed out, especially with that darker shade of eyeshadow. I love me some bronzer to warm things up. I'm not sure if this is a good choice of blush right now. This is the Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. This is Loreal. I haven't used it for a while. I'm not really sure that pink is what I need, but I'm going to use it anyway. Go in with this e.l.f. blush brush. This is a really beautiful blush, and I hardly ever use it, and I need to. That's another reason why I'm choosing it. It has kind of a little bit of a glow to it. Not a terrible choice. Actually, it's pretty. Let's go in here. I'm trying to be more self-aware when it comes to over applying blush. Trying a little progress. Just be patient. Just be patient with me. I like blush. Blush just cheers me up. And apparently, I am not the only person on the planet that over applies blush. I've actually seen some very prominent, high profile professional makeup artists, makeup creators, product creators who also have a problem with this. So it's not just me, which is validating. By the time you see this video, it is going to be heavily edited. I've probably got an hour and a half worth of video working on my eye. So there's going to be a lot of editing because it was so painful, but hopefully the end result is good. Slightly out of my comfort zone, but I think it actually turned out okay. So I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you watching. And by the way, if you are enjoying my content and you keep coming back to watch my content, but you haven't yet subscribed, if you would do that, I'd really appreciate it. And maybe even a thumbs up. I had to fix that.